Hello, and welcome back to Seshat's Wisdom. This presentation will discuss the worlds within the human body. It's important for you to understand spiritually how the human body works. And I decided to do an actual presentation on this because there is so much potential you would not even begin to understand when it comes to the human body. There are universal laws that support, by divine right and through grace, what you are given, what you are due, just by having a melanin dominant body. Just by being on this plane, you are not only a creator of worlds outside of you, but you are also a creator of worlds within. And without revealing too much, let's get started. Next slide. What you will learn. What you will learn from this presentation: what are the worlds within? Universal laws, number 24 and 93, will be outlined in this presentation to support my focal points. What exists within these worlds? What happens when you sleep? The spirit. The 7 spirit bodies. Why this knowledge matters. How to go within. And finally, what to take away from this presentation. All of these points will be outlined and also will be supporting it with more channeling in order to help you understand the points even further. Next slide. What are the worlds within? The worlds within are real realms accessed inside the human body. A body is given to souls who are permitted by divine right and through grace. This is not to be mistaken as astral traveling. Astral travel involves the astral body leaving to external realms, dimensions, and planets during this state of sleep. The soul remains connected to the body through universal laws. These laws prevent separation unless permitted by divine authority, and that includes your divine right. Soul contract related laws are available at seshatswisdom.com for you to review. And you'll get an idea of the contracts that you agreed to, that you forgot, in order for you to be able to live on this realm exclusively for the creators, the gods. I also want to mention that in a lot of the books regarding the spiritual bodies, when they talk about astral travel, which I don't see enough books or any at all really outlining the worlds within. And that's one of the reasons why I wanted to create this presentation, because it really hasn't been touched on in depth. But you're allowed to know that you have an astral body that can travel and traverse other worlds. While you're in the sleep state, you can go to other dimensions, you can go to heaven realms, you can go to creative realms created by the gods on this planet, and you can traverse anywhere. You can go to the angel realm. On seshatswisdom.com, I have posts about the different levels in the spirit world that you can access. And you can even access worlds that are low vibrational too. Okay? Some people, especially highly religious people, mainly Christians, have gone to the hell world too and seen things and have come back and reported it. Yes, unfortunately, you even have the access to go to those worlds if you have permission, meaning sometimes spiritual people are shown that for a reason, or if you vibrate low enough. Normally, the spirit vibrates very high. And so when you're asleep, if you go and you see amazing worlds, cool worlds, that is just a capability you have that you use subconsciously and where you don't use on purpose because you haven't been taught how to astral travel. And so you kind of just, I would say, accidentally use it, but you have great experiences. People have gone to different realms in their sleep, different realities. And I will show you more about the inner worlds. But yeah, as far as the spiritual worlds outside the body, even other planets, they've viewed different things, music, fashion, art, and they've woken up and created them on this realm. And really, you're not supposed to, and I'm not saying you're not supposed to do it, you can do whatever you want, but you are supposed to be creating, because those worlds and those things that are accessed in someone's astral travel, those were actually an idea created by someone else. And the thing about this realm is that we create and then it manifests somewhere in the spirit realm, in the worlds, and it creates worlds. And so it's no need for you to go astral traveling and take something you saw already. That belongs to someone. But here's the thing. When they see those ideas and they bring it to this realm and they take off, I mean, who knows that it's not theirs? Unless someone can prove that they thought of it first. And usually that's not the case, unfortunately. I mean, there have been many ideas people have that just never decide to go full force with it or even, put it into the works. So whose fault is it that you had a wonderful idea that you sat on that exists in another realm that somebody traveled to in their dreams via astral travel, saw the idea, loved it, and they did the work and they got the backing to take it off the ground. Okay? But I digress. Let's focus on the worlds within. But I just want to make sure you understood that astral traveling is not what I mean. All right? Next slide. Now, I already explained to you that the universal laws that are emphasized regarding the worlds within would be outlined. Law number 93, summons. Now let's look at what the law outlines. Law 93, summons, is here to let it be known that you can actually separate your soul from its vessel, the body, in order to communicate and function in the spirit world. Your soul is connected by a silver cord and has the ability to go to other realms, worlds, and even into your own chakras. This is a gift given to you, and the more melanin you have, the more dimensions of self and beyond you are able to access, which is true. For some reason, the melanin gene gives you capabilities beyond your wildest dreams. And it's made of space, so that's no surprise that those who hold the most melanin, as you can see in the little imagery right there, where you see the silhouettes going from light to dark, the more melanin you have, the greater your abilities are. Okay? You can do so much, not only in your waking world, but in your sleeping world. You're the most powerful in both. But you see, nobody cares to focus when they dream, or the dream realm, or the realms within. They bypass those. They're allowed to know all about astral travel because guess what? Nothing can stop that. And you're going to do that, whether consciously or subconsciously. But this law outlines astral travel, but it also lets you know too that the worlds within you are accessible as well. This is the law. Now, as far as a silver cord, it's said that a silver cord attaches you when you astral travel. And the law says that. but I'm not necessarily sure the cord is what is attached to you within, because you don't need a cord. You're going in your own body. But when you leave the body, that is when you will need the silver cord, so to speak. And then right next to it, we have Law 24, equalities. This law signifies that your thoughts manifest regardless of time. Third dimensional thoughts may not appear immediately depending on your consciousness. Your external reality mirrors your internal state, acting as a precursor to unlocking your true God power while existing. This law contributes to unexplained phenomena like hunches and intuition. If our thoughts don't align with our desires, we feel the urge to avoid certain things. In essence, our inner self creates our outer world based on our thoughts. Without awareness of the law, unfavorable circumstances may arise, but these inklings guide us positively. They assist us in navigating and making optimal decisions on the path we've chosen. Trust your instincts. Violating this law can make your experience in this realm more challenging than necessary. We are meant to develop our sixth and on up senses, and the law of equivalences and equalities ensures our control over the hidden energies that bind worlds together. Your thoughts become things. Choose wisely and trust the insight from within. Remember the power. Return to the knowledge and understand who you are. These laws are directly related to this presentation, along with other laws for the soul. But those soul contract laws, I didn't feel to add to this presentation because it's not the focus that I'm trying to share with you. But these two laws say it perfectly. All right. And as you can see with the imagery here, the young man lives in the waking world, but then the world opposite, the upside down world, is the world in his mind. Now, believe it or not, the upside down world is actually the realm we're in. The realm we're in is a projection. Okay? It's a projection. Right now, something can just tear or rip into it and step inside of it like it's a curtain. Yes, that's all it is. And it happens all the time. But it's not necessarily reported or sensationalized. They don't even want you to know that things like that happen. But they do. And let me tell you, if you understood that all this was a projection, then you understand that what is projected, the best you can have is what you believe and your belief system supports and backs. The same world you're looking at is not the same world somebody else is looking at. If you're vibrating very low, you don't see the world the same way as someone who is rich in life or even wealthy is seeing. And believe it or not, it's what you choose to reflect on. It's what you choose to see. It's what you choose to focus your mind on and energy. You see what I'm saying? And so, really, that is why it's necessary to view yourself in the best light possible and be sensitive to what you're letting in your mind and thoughts. And more often than not, and mainly, it's important for you to stop reflecting on the past. Stop rewinding. Focus on the now. And I'm not telling you to forget your past, but you can't really help but dive into that because your past is also a result of your present because it molds your future. But what I'm saying is, do not dwell on the past. Live in the now. A lot of people are rarely in the now. More people are either in the past or in the future. The day comes and you're already planned out what you're going to do tomorrow, the day after tomorrow, the week after next, the next month, even the next year. When really, externally, that can change in an instant. And so your time needs to be focused on the now. And that is also why there's procrastination. And believe it or not, there is a universal law outlining that. But I'm not going to get into it. I always urge people to go to setshotswisdom.com and just look at your universal laws, look at how the energies flow, and really assess where in your life there's discord, because I guarantee you the energies are not being utilized, the laws are not being acknowledged, and it's causing you to struggle. Alrighty, next slide. What exists within these worlds? And when I say these worlds, of course, we're still talking about the worlds within. The worlds within are incredible, and they are something personal to you. These are your own personal worlds, simply because you have a human body. Nobody else can access these worlds unless you give them permission. Unfortunately, if the right entity, if you don't understand how spiritual law works and the rules of the spirit world, an outside entity can enter these worlds. But let's continue. What exists within these worlds? Within access to past lives and timelines, connection to DNA lineage, paternal and maternal, ability to communicate with your ancestors, insight regarding your karmic bank account, exploration of the mental psyche and subconscious mind, entry into hidden areas of the soul, evolution, and mind, and layers yet to be accessed. Yes, there's so much more that can be revealed. It's just like research on the melanin gene. Just when they thought they reached a plateau, there's more and more and more and more to discover. And I'm just gonna, put this out here. I'm going to be doing future videos outlining the books that I have that people who are melanin dominant should own in their library, and not just books on melanin, but also certain metaphysical books that are created by those like me who are trying to educate the world, not just melanin dominant people, but all across the spectrums, all who will listen, creating books and creating material so that you can understand not only yourself, but also you can survive this spiritual warfare. Your level of consciousness dictates what you spend your money on. Meaning, you can tell where somebody is consciously by what they invest their money in. And I will tell you that my money will always go into spiritual the most. I will invest what I need to. And the minute I find someone who is explaining spiritual law, I look for their content, anything spiritual topics, especially regarding melanin. I look for their material and I will purchase it. And they're not always going to be cheap, but there's a reason why. The fiat money protects that content. We price things accordingly for access and also to protect it. If you don't operate at a certain level of consciousness, certain materials you're not going to invest in. And that's okay, because those who want it will have the knowledge. There are people who will do whatever it takes to obtain the knowledge of the hidden worlds and the hidden realms and everything. They don't question it, especially books regarding melanin, because the more you know about yourself, the safer you are, and the more in control of your world and especially your body you are. And then you will have the opportunity to unlock realms in you that you never thought possible. Okay? Now let's go over really quickly, and well, within reason, because I don't want to dwell too much. I could talk forever, but I want to stay on topic. Access to past lives and timelines. The reason why you have access to that is because it's a well-known fact your ancestry is in your blood. That's why you have the body, because you're on a line of ancestry that allows access to this realm. And so, of course, you have information in the body for past lives, in the spirits, in the soul, and timelines, connection to DNA lineage, paternal and maternal. So now you can meet all the people in your past, or in your bloodline's past, rather, who are responsible for giving you the opportunity to be on this realm. Now, why that's important, aside from being very, very cool, is they can guide you, and they will. You are their blood, and they'll watch out for you. But in order for them to do that, you have to communicate with them, and you have to venerate your ancestors. And this is what I mean, because they actually need you more than you need them, because they are on the spirit realm. And in the spirit realm, you can do anything, but you have to understand that they still operate off of energy. And I actually, in the Tao of Riches, I talk about the different means of Fayette currency regarding energy. This is a physical plane. And so anything you can give will help them to be even more prosperous on their side. In my book, I talk about what happens when you go to the higher realms, heaven, if you want to call it heaven, world 1, heaven, world 2, things like that. They don't treat money the same way. Nobody's poor there, of course. They have an advanced system created by the Jade Emperor. That system was actually supposed to be implemented as well on this plane. But of course, wicked powers that be aren't having that because they want to run everything. Let's not get off the topic. That's a tale for another time. Or a presentation maybe, who knows. But, or a lesson rather, but you should burn ancestor money. If you don't, at least pray to their picture and give them your energy. Envision yourself giving them your energy and love. They actually use that on the other side. It takes a lot of energy to enter this plane and be visible to you, especially too, since you did not develop your third eye. When you were younger, you had it, but of course, due to outside interferences and the powers that be shaping your reality, you didn't understand that concept. And so you can't see spirits anymore. Okay? That's why children see them, because they're not trained yet not to. But you were. Trust me, it's a reason. Because if you are connected to your ancestors, you are going to know the truth of things, and you are going to not stop communicating with them. So yes, ability to communicate with ancestors, insight regarding your karmic account. Yes, the Tao of Riches that I wrote, and I'm working on having a physical book, but right now it's a digital. When it becomes physical, the digital may be a bit cheaper, but we'll see. We'll see. It all depends on how much the physical book is, but you're going to want to have physical books for the times to come. Check out the Prophecy playlist on Seshat's Wisdom YouTube channel. Okay? I'll be downloading channeling. But insight on your karmic account. In the Tao of Riches, it talks about how that's the most important account, not the one you have. I don't care if you only have 1 penny in your checking account. All right? Understand that your karmic account is more important. And if that's in the negative, you are not going to be able to stay on this plane. Okay? you can have insight on your karmic account through the spirit and through actually having visions. You can see on the spirit world, if you are, because you have space there too, and in your body, everything is depicted as an actual space, and it is. And so if you are having dreams of having a lot of poverty and things like that, if it's not just regular dreams, you should be alarmed. The state of the worlds within depict how much you have in your karmic account. Remember, I said that nobody knows how much, but you can get insight through premonitions and also through experiences that happen on the waking plane. All right? And so, insight regarding your karmic account by the states of the world within, you can definitely assess how much karmatic currency you have. And then you can start incurring more on this plane. This plane is where the most abundance is. So if you are going to build your karmic account, which I have means on how to do that in the Tao of Riches in the ebook that I created, it'll help you. It'll help you not only if you decide to pass on and you want to reincarnate, you can do it again, because being on this realm allows you to advance to your highest spirituality. But it will also give you a chance, if you want to, when you reincarnate, to be able to live a fuller life, a longer life. It'll also extend your life on this realm in case you manifested into this plane without a lot. Exploration of the mental psyche and subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind communicates with you through your inner worlds. But also too, over the years and over time, your subconscious mind is collecting information in regards to your life and just everything around you. Data on the people who you meet, your family, your friends, your loved ones, coworkers, everyone. And it's got some information that is very beneficial, that can protect you. But if you don't purposefully go within and ask your higher mind, your spirit, to show you more about a particular person or incident or your childhood or whatever, in meditation, you can see that. But also when you go into dream state, your higher mind will show you it, interpret it through imagery, or even allow an ancestor to share information with you, someone from your past. But in a way, the subconscious mind conveys that. Okay, so you can understand, so your subconscious mind can answer those questions. Entry into hidden areas of the soul, evolution, and mind. Yes. There are parts of the mind and parts of your DNA that were purposefully withheld from you through outside means, external means. And because of that, you have forgotten some vital information about yourself, but also too, you don't have access to information in your own body. Okay? If you are aware of this, you know that when there comes a certain point in your dream state where you're faced with a door or something, like, let me explain. I'll use myself for an example. I remember one time having a dream of me about to approach a door to go in and see what's in there. But I was too scared to approach it because it had all this scary stuff outside of it, like, images of monsters and chainsaws and just, the oversaturated, the really sensationalized horror movie type of stuff. It was in front of that door, so I walked away from it. But if I knew what I knew now, I would have just walked past it and opened that door, because all those are props to deter you from discovering secrets within the mind, within the DNA, within the soul. And believe it or not, those were implemented, those were administered to you somehow, either through what you watch or something physically, okay, given to you that manipulates your DNA. All right, that's all I'm going to say on that. And then lastly, the layers that are yet to be accessed. That's what I'm talking about. What's behind those doors? What's behind the information that is kept from you, that you're locked out within your own body? If you have an understanding of what I'm saying, then you're more inclined to bypass that. Trust you, believe that I will no longer bypass any door in my mind. I want to see what's behind it. And you should too. There should be no secrets from your conscious mind from yourself. It can only help you. Or maybe it's something that is blocked that you can't handle just yet. But again, you'll know the information that's being blocked from you because something somewhere does not want you to know, or even externally, someone or some entity does not want you to know who you are. Okay? And that goes for your God power. The only way you can exact it is if you know you have it. Your body is a complicated machine, the most advanced machine in existence. Okay? To explore it would be never ending. All right? And so you cannot continue to live your life in ignorance of who you are, because you are going to continue to waste lifetimes after lifetimes after lifetimes. That's why souls reincarnate. Remember, when you are in the spirit, you know and remember everything. It's only when you come into the physical realm you forget, because again, your mental has been affected by outside teachings and outside influences, but also the air you breathe. It could be anything. The toxins in the air, toxins in the food, it could be anything that's affecting how you understand and even use your human body. Next slide. Ah, yes. What happens when you sleep, spirit-wise? Okay? I want you to note the imagery, but let's get the description of the slide out of the way. The subconscious and the worlds within. The subconscious mind reviews your day and downloads information into the one mind. It communicates through your higher mind, especially during sleep. It delivers warnings about the external world, insights on people and situations not in your best interest, detection of hidden agendas, awareness of opportunities, both good and bad, and lastly, prophetic messages and future events. Now, I want you to look at the picture. This individual is going within, and I see you notice the orange chasing the clock. Who knows what that could be? This is where your dream interpretation books come into play. They sell them at the store, readily available. When you see images from your day, weird dreams, those are communications from the subconscious mind. It communicates with you via images. Languages, things are expressed in many different ways. But one thing that is collective is images. Like if somebody puts an image of a bird in front of you and you live in the US, you speak English, you say, okay, that's a bird. If you're in French, you say un oiseau. I think that's how you pronounce it. Ha. You know, a different cultures say different things. Okay, verbally, they're all different, but all of them can conclude on seeing the same image. It's a bird, right? Your subconscious mind uses images, no matter what, because images are translated the same. What you see is what you get. And so no matter what dream book you get, okay, an orange is an orange. So whatever this young man is dreaming about, this orange chasing a clock, who knows what that means? But it's his subconscious mind communicating something that he needs to address in his waking reality. Maybe he needs more vitamin C in his diet because his time is running up. Maybe he has a big merger at work with an orange farm for his juicing company, and they're telling him what time the meeting will progress and what'll happen in the future. Who knows? It's all up to interpretation for your higher mind. And again, we see the doors, okay? And then we see the eye. You know, your higher mind will give you insight and intuition. I'll give you an example. I knew a young lady, and she was telling me about just, a past relationship that didn't go well and how it ended. And I thought it was very interesting. She said that, this is a guy. I apologize because I've had another instance. I'll tell you both really quick. Let's talk about the guy. He said his ex-girlfriend, he broke up with her, and it was heartbreaking for him. And it was heartbreaking how he found out the reason why he broke up with her. He said he had a dream. He had a dream that he was like hovering around a room or something. And he looked into the room and he saw his ex-girlfriend kissing on a man. He was all over her. She was all over him. And he could tell the color of the man's hair. And also the man had a distinct tattoo. He woke up. He said the next day he was just casually having lunch or something with his girlfriend. And the dream still stuck with him. And so he said, so-and-so, I had a weird dream. Explained everything in the dream to this young lady. And he said, to his dismay, tears just started rolling down her face. And it turned out that she cheated on him with a guy. Now, remember the tattoo that he distinctively remembered and the hair color? Well, when she started crying and she told him, he said, this was a dream, but you're saying this is true? You're cheating on me with a guy with a tattoo with the brown hair? And she said yes. And the reason why she broke down crying is because she thought, the jig is up. He knows him or something. Because she felt like it is no way he could have described the tattoo. The hair, maybe. But the distinct details of the tattoo and the body fit, she said no way. She thought he knew. But it was just a dream. And the weirdness of the dream, just in a box. Like he was explaining to me that the dream, it's not like they were in a place and he was eavesdropping. It was like weird. They were in a box and he saw it. So you see what I mean? All right. Even with me, I'll tell you a personal story. Online, I used to be on the dating apps and I stopped because I was on one app that's well known for catfishing, but I didn't know this. And I was actually talking to someone on the app and I was fooled until I had a dream. I had a dream that the picture of the man, because that's all I had of the man was pictures. I had a dream that the pictures that of the man were flipped up. Like, how those paper blinds that you yank it and it flips all the way up and flaps as it winds around and shows the window. Well, in the dream, it was like a projector. The images was of the man's profile pictures, but then something yanked it and it flipped up and it was a black dude in sandals with kind of like dreadlocks. I couldn't make the actual face out, but the body and the sandals, he looked very poorly dressed. And so I woke up from the dream and I immediately knew, because I was in a higher state of consciousness then. I immediately knew. I said, nope, that's a catfish. Lo and behold, it was a catfish. I reported him and many others too. And they found out it was some kid in Nigeria. Okay. I'm like, wow. Some kid in Nigeria in a internet cafe or something. And I was like, that's incredible, because my higher mind showed it. It's been another time with these dating apps where a guy was saying that he was single, but then I had a dream. That, he was kissing on some girl, and the dream showed me in stills, okay? Like it was movie stills. It showed me that he's kissing on this girl and telling this girl that you're my girlfriend, but then he's talking to other girls and even sleeping with other women. And so immediately I knew, nope. So see, that's what happens when you explore the worlds within. Your subconscious, your intuition gets stronger. And when your subconscious sees that you're listening, everything is clearer, more rapid, and you comfortably trust your intuition. Okay? What was I going to say? The third story, I remember I told you it's a young lady. This young lady. Now, this could have been an astral travel because I didn't ask her the details of it, but this is what she said. She said she broke up with her boyfriend. She said that she was hovering. It was a house and she was floating, and she floated up to a window. It was on the bottom floor, but she was floating up in the window. It was a party, and she was looking through the window, and she spotted her boyfriend kissing on a girl at the party. And so she did the same thing the young man did. She said she was just, chilling with her boyfriend at the time, and she just said, I had a weird dream. And she went and explained the party and everything, and he was silent. And he said, "I'm so sorry, baby. I'm so sorry." And so she was like, "Wait a minute. What are you talking about?" He said, "Yeah, I went to a party and I got drunk and made out with this girl. But, he continued to cheat. I think it's either he got drunk," she said, "and was making out with some girl, or he was cheating on her with some girl. But either way, she saw it." And she said, "Dude, it was a dream." He's like, "No, it's real. I was at the party." As a matter of fact, what she said, he said was, "Were you following me?" or something like that. But it's such a long time ago, she told me, but it stuck with me because she said since that happened, she always trusts her intuition because he told on himself. But till that day, she said he swears that she was spying on him, everything. She said, "No, it was a dream." He said, "How did you know what I was wearing? How did you know how the girl looked? How did you know it was a party?" Look, what happens within when you sleep is very important, and it's important for you to listen to your dreams. As you can see in the image, we got different doors, we got the eyes, we got everything. Okay? Different doors to unlock, different secrets to be told, different secrets about people. Trust your higher mind and your intuition. They will not lead you wrong. They're there to protect you, to help you. And there's probably universal laws to support that by divine right and through grace, you have a right to your defense in regards to using your powers. And what's nice is your higher mind will help protect you for future events. I'll give you another example with me. Now, it was around the pandemic time, but the pandemic did not happen yet. It was a couple of months before, I would say 2 months before they actually implemented lock-in. Okay? And I remember for some reason, I kept buying too much toilet paper. I would go to the store, I had my list, and I'd pick up toilet paper. One time I picked up a big old stack because Walmart was having a bang up sale on it. And so I said, you know what, I'm going to pick it up. How about I go home? This is when I had a little apartment, small apartment before I got my house. I went home, had all this toilet paper, and I opened my closet and it was even more toilet paper. I'm like, what is wrong with me? Lo and behold, and mind you, I said, I have the receipt. I'm going to take these back. I don't need it. But somehow I got to clean it and I threw the receipts out on accident. So I said, you know what? It's going to be used. I'm just going to keep it. I'm not, it can't hurt nobody. Lo and behold, I would say, actually not 2 months later. It was 2 weeks, 2 weeks later. Because like I said, this was a while back. And that's when the pandemic hit. And suddenly everybody was scrounging around for toilet paper. And meanwhile, I was going to my local Walmart and everything. The cabinets, the shelves were cleared of paper towels, Clorox, germ killers, and of course, toilet paper. But I went home feeling good because I had a closet full of it. Now, I think what happened is in my day-to-day, my higher mind picked up certain cues of what's to come and was able to cause me to do that, to protect myself. Okay? When you have an inkling to buy more of something, you've had the instance where you bought two of something. You're like, what was wrong with me? You never know. Your higher mind will affect your outside world as well. All right? And so those are just examples. Next slide. What happens when you sleep, Spirit continued. Constant awareness. Your higher mind is always active and alert, even while you sleep. It processes what your waking mind ignores and overlooks. When your intuition is ignored, your subconscious mind will trigger messages in the dream state. So if you ignore your intuition while you're awake, your conscious mind won't give up. They'll continue to warn you in the dream world. But if you don't listen to either or, you're going to be subject to consequences, subject to heartbreak, subject to losing opportunities, subject to missing out on things that you need. You just never know. Worlds within and creation. All right? The worlds within are connected to the chakras and their energetic functions. You can create worlds within your psyche. These internal worlds will eventually reflect in your external reality. What is created internally will manifest externally in some form. Now, this is important. You're creating, essentially, you are a creator. And if you're a woman, you create actual machines, bodies. That's incredible. But no matter what, you are a creator, and you're supposed to be creating and being creative, because the spirit world needs that. And that's why you're here. The spirit world needs to continue to grow. Remember the movie The Nothing in The Never-Ending Story, the Nothing. When you saw the worlds being ripped, the energies are gone and nobody can see it, but it's tearing that world apart. That movie has so many levels. And it was directed to a certain generation. We're going to get into that another time. But when you stop creating as human beings and start focusing your energies on things that do not feed your soul, do not make you happy, do not support the spirit or the spirit realms, they will go away because they don't have the energy to maintain them. Remember, Bastian, his father told him to keep his feet on the ground. I've been subjected to that too. I was writing my books and I had a relative tell me I need to put that away and focus on something that makes money. And so I stopped it. And, I can keep, feeling bad about that, but no, because I picked right up. And it finds you. It always does. And it'll continue, whatever your passion is, it'll continue to find you until you give into it. And that's partially also why I started Seshat's Wisdom. But I'll get into that in another video. But for now, let's keep it focused on the worlds within. The Never-Ending Story is a great movie. And it shows you what happens when people stop dreaming, when people stop creating, and when people don't follow their heart. But if you notice, right before Fantasia swept away, he met the Empress. And he said, "It's my fault, it's gone." She said, "No, this is all that's left of the never-ending story, which is what you are creating in the spirit world." She said, "It's a grain of sand," and it was just a small, tiny light. But she said, "Here, this is all you need to bring it back. You have unlimited wishes, ideas, and you can bring all that back and then some. You just have to remember who you are and never stop creating, never stop dreaming, and never let it die." And it's showing you that this young man is in that world. But remember when she was talking to Atreyu, and I'll go over the real symbolism of the Never-Ending Story too, and why it was geared to a certain era, and why that movie came out in that era. Okay? But Sebastian, remember, he had that light. And you just got to keep going. And it is a never-ending story. Worlds are being created right now. More and more people are not stopping being creative. They're not afraid. And they're finding ways to live off their dream and to share their God talents with this realm and the next. Okay? And remember, when Atreyu approached the Empress, and she said no, because he said, I failed. I was supposed to help you. I failed. And she said no. She said, no, you didn't fail. She said, you did everything you were supposed to do. All you were supposed to do was bring him here. Bring him back to his higher mind. So I can remind him of who he is, pretty much. I mean, if you haven't seen The Neverending Story, she didn't say that. But come on now, that movie was made in the 80s and has been on TV for free and everywhere for free. If you haven't seen The Neverending Story by now, spoilers, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. But, yes, access points. The worlds within are infinite. They can be accessed through sleep, meditation, and focused intention. Inner world equals outer reality. Your external life is a direct reflection of your inner worlds. These inner worlds are shaped by belief systems, your upbringing, and your experiences, good and bad. If there's not a healthy balance, if there's more bad than good, then you have a lot of work to do on yourself. All right? If there's more good than bad, then you must be wary of the external world, because if your life has just been smooth sailing, then you're not prepared for the deceit and disappointment and other things that are going to happen in the real world. Some people have had an upbringing that makes them a pro at surviving real life. Okay, when I say real life, I mean the realities out there, trying to, survive and build businesses and do things. Okay, but if you've been sheltered, then you can be taken advantage of. But also too, in the event that you won't have certain luxuries anymore, you really won't know how to navigate life confidently or with the amount of strength and durability someone who hadn't had what you have navigates. You see what I'm saying? So there's good and bad. That's why it's important for you to have a balance. And I believe that most humans have a balance. They have their fair share of good experiences and bad experiences. I feel like most people do, but then some people have had extremes. But remember, not everyone on this realm is here for the same purpose. Some people are here to resolve karmatic debt. Some people are here to do that and spiritually advance. Some people are here on assignment, the chosen ones. And so they are going to go through certain trials and tribulations that are really supernatural in a sense, literally and spiritually. And they're going to go through their own evolution, because usually when someone is considered a chosen one, and there's a couple of videos on YouTube about the different archetypes of that, they are usually very spiritually advanced and they're on assignment. And so their life definitely is not going to be some joyride. But when they come into the knowledge of that, and eventually they do, because they'll seek it, because they know that their experiences are not normal, then they understand that they're here on assignment, and they understand their capability, and they understand that the spirit will tell them when their job is done and they can move on. And I want to let you guys know too that when it comes to people who are giving you spiritual insight, you need to take it while you can and take it very seriously. Because some things will not be around forever, including the spiritual people. And when I say around, it doesn't mean, gone. Just means that they're no longer going to be doing that. When the spirit tells them they're done or it's enough, it's enough. There are spiritual books and things that are no longer available on this plane. That we all understand that when you want something bad, you get it. And if it's important to you, based on your level of consciousness, nothing will stop you. In regards to knowledge, in the Tao of Riches, I talk about that. I'm not going to give too much away. But also, too, I want to go back to the movie, The Neverending Story. In the movie, Bastian was running away from some bullies and hid inside a bookshop. It looks like an antique bookshop. And the book owner was there. And Bastian saw the book, The Neverending Story. And the guy told him, no, you can't have it. No, get out. And you know what Bastian did? True 80s kid style. Bastian stole it and ran. Because he knew there was something hidden, something very unique, something about that book that would lead him to some insight. And it was knowledge in that book, and it was a story. And the shop owner told him, no, you can't have it. And he took it anyway. And if you watch that movie, you'll see that when he ran out of there, and he was like, hey, and when he ran out of there, the shop owner wasn't angry. The shop owner smiled. Because he is a representation of the knowledge, the wisdom. And he tested Sebastian. Just how bad do you want this? You're a kid, and you clearly don't have the allowance, the money, to be able to purchase this book. But how bad do you want the knowledge in it, the story in it, that resonates with you? What are you willing to do for it? And he took it anyway. He did what he had to do. Remember what good and bad is, okay? It's according to you as an individual and dictated by your heart chakra, your upbringing, and other elements. Stealing is wrong, or is it? In this case, Sebastian did whatever he needed to do necessary for the knowledge. Now, of course, he's a kid. He's in elementary school. But, again, it's his level of consciousness. And he knew he should be in school. He didn't have the money, and he did what he had to do. Right? And so you, as somebody who probably are an adult, or at least of age to get things without having to, do what Sebastian did, steal. Because little kids steal because they can't make money. They can't work and make their own money. But those of you who have that capability and power, okay, you have it now where you can obtain the knowledge. You can obtain anything you need to progress spiritually and survive physically and mentally. But will you take the opportunity when it comes? Will you look at what's in front of you as valuable? Or will you continue to invest in things that have no interest in progressing you as a person? Just feeding an ego that will lead you down the path of disillusion and emptiness? Or are you willing to continue to explore and find out never-ending knowledge? Because trust me, there's people out there who invest millions in knowing. Knowledge is not only power, but it's a currency. Read Tao of Riches. Tongue twister. So let's move on to the next slide. What happens when you sleep concluded? Correction and mastery. Negative beliefs and conditioning can be rewritten through awareness and knowledge. Understanding universal law corrects false beliefs and internal conflict. When you align with what is yours by divine right, your energy shifts. Higher beliefs equal higher vibrational results. Hidden doors and access levels. Some parts of the inner world are hidden or locked. As mentioned before, access requires elevated states of consciousness, spiritual awareness. Consciousness expands through knowledge, age, and or spiritual growth. Restricted access. Some inner doors are intentionally blocked by external intrusions. This may limit access to God-level abilities, DNA and ancestral knowledge. Practice before sleep, and this is important. You speak directly to your subconscious before bed, ask for guidance, answers, clarity on specific issues, and your higher mind will respond directly or guide you to the source of the answers via access to the source. Meaning, if you want to know what you should be, for example, if you want to know what you excel at in life, what you should do, you can access parts of your higher mind, and your subconscious will show you images of what you should do. You can also look into your bloodline. You can look at your past lives and see what your careers were then. And again, you can assess your karma. You can assess what type of person you were in your past life, and whether or not that position caused you any discord or caused you to have a tougher reality now. You know, you can look and see that you had a past life as a gardener. And then now, in this lifetime, you love to garden, but it's like you feel you can't do it because you are creating all these excuses. Well, maybe this is the lifetime where you'll actually thrive, right? Because you've done it before. And so you can access that past life in your blood where you were a gardener. And when you actually start gardening, you'll be surprised. You just know stuff. I remember I was watching was it Kitchen Nightmares for Kids? It wasn't kitchen. It was a competition Chef Gordon created for kids. Kid Chef, Kid Mastery, I don't know. One of those things. Well, anyway, one of the parents of the children were saying they don't know how he knows how to cook. He just knows what flavors go together. He just knows what to put together to do what. He just knows how to make sauce. They said they don't know how he comes into his knowledge. His mom says she cooks, but the way he cooks is way more advanced. Like, how do you know this would work well with this? You see what I'm saying? There's another video I saw, or a post on Facebook, where this woman adopted her son and he just started knitting. She said he did watch one video on YouTube about knitting. And she said the next day he was knitting. He would knit under the covers. She's like, go to bed. He's knitting under the covers. She said he just sits and knits. And he creates some of the most amazing works of art. Clearly, he's channeling, because when you're young, you're free to do that unless somebody tells you, put that down and do this, which unfortunately a lot of parents do. When you're a child, it's such a sensitive time. It's such a sensitive time where it can make or break you as an individual. Your spirit-wise can be broken. It's important for parents to really look at what their children excel at and even what their children love and support that instead of trying to redirect their life. And it's understandable. Parents just want to make sure that their kids live better than them and are happy and can survive. That makes sense. But I think sometimes instead of trying to mold the future, you should let it play out. Because more often than not, And because of universal law, whatever will be, and things will work itself out. And there is nothing stronger than the human spirit. But in reference to the worlds within, that knowledge that you can obtain and the access you have to your ancestors, to your past lives, is remarkable. And it can be a game changer in your life. Next slide. The 7 spirit bodies. Now, these are actually the chakras that are within you, but each chakra represents a body of energy. When people say they can see your aura, and if it's rainbow, all that means is they can see all your spiritual bodies, not just your physical one. And there are people who have the gift to do that. And there are people who have the gift to see what spiritual body is going through what and help to cleanse that or resolve discord or conflict within them. But the 7 spirit bodies, the root chakra, physical etheric body, and that root chakra, it's a reflection of your human body, okay? But it's the body you use to go internally, not just, the body you use so you can traverse this realm. Next is your sacral, emotional etheric body, okay? After that, your solar plexus, your mental etheric body, your mental body, your heart, astral etheric body, your throat, celestial etheric body, third eye, Buddhic etheric body, as referenced in books, and lastly, your crown, atmic etheric body, which is your crown chakra, is supposed to be your psychic intuition. All of these spiritual bodies, they're real energetic bodies that play a big part in your access in the spirit world. But also, as you move through the physical world, chosen ones vibrate very high to the point where not only are these chakras very, 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 very strong within them, but it affects the walking, waking world as well. When all of these are combined together, it just has the most brilliant white light. It's white. And that's why when some people are considered chosen ones or star children or whatever reference you want to call it, these individuals are very, very, very high spiritually. And that's what people see. And when I say people, it could be children and it could be dark entities. And more often than not, though, physical humans might not physically see that, but in a ways they feel it. I will say this. When somebody walks into the room and you can't take your eyes off of them, that is a feeling you have. When you are a chosen one or someone with a lot of special spiritual abilities, when you walk into a place or when you go anywhere, you're like a magnet, but also too, some entities see you glow. And that's because you are in the highest state of consciousness, or you're in a higher state of consciousness than most because you were sent on a mission. And it's necessary for things to be able to see that so they won't mess with you, because wicked or negative low vibration entities are fully aware of the universal laws and what will happen to them if they try to directly harm you. But also to humans who are possessed with them, they can see it. And if they know what's good for them, they will back off, because there are dire consequences for people who mess with ones that are chosen and have an assignment on this plane. Okay? And won't go into that. I'm just using that as an example of the chakras. Now, regular people, they have auras. They don't just glow like chosen ones do. But when people say I can see auras, they see a rainbow. And so the average person just has that rainbow aura. But again, if you're highly spiritual, you're just a white glowing light. And it's not just a little aura. It's brilliant. You're glowing to those who can see that. But your spirit bodies are what is used to go into different areas within the body. Okay? When you explore the root chakra, like the root chakra is usually energetically associated with survival and moving out of fear. The root chakra governs our physical health and vitality. So when you go into that world in your body, you can assess what's going on. And if things don't look good, then you can ask your higher mind to show you what you need in order to heal that area. Okay? Your sacral chakra, energetic wise, is associated with interpersonal relations and healthy sexual expression. Usually, when someone is trying to resolve things in their personal love life or even trying to get love, they can go into this chakra in that specific spiritual body and explore what's going on there. Healthy or not healthy world, and do the same. If it's not where I want it to be, it's reflecting on the outside world. Higher mind, subconscious, show me what I need to do to resolve this. Okay? Next is the solar plexus. The solar plexus, energetic wise, it's responsible for developing and consciously asserting our self-confidence, will, and personal power in the world as conscious creators. And so when you need to know what's going on in reference to how you feel about yourself, you're self-conscious, and what's making you feel weak as an individual. Because let's face it, if you're socially awkward, it could be that there's something in that chakra that needs to be resolved, an experience, a belief, whatever. Your subconscious mind can help you resolve that by showing you imagery, showing you experiences, showing you scenarios of things to help you understand yourself and to bring you back to where you want to be and how you look at yourself. Okay? There's a house in your astrological chart that represents how you are viewed through the self. And so how you're viewed by people as well can be explored when you go into the chakras. You have to envision, not imagine. There's no imagine. All that is real. When you go in to that chakra, the solar plexus, okay? How you do it is before you go to sleep, you ask to go there. And it's not going to happen right away. Some people it happens right away, but more often than not, you will have to practice this. But you'll get there, okay? It's like you're reprogramming your mind. Anyway, you go, you request to go in there, and you will be able to see the state or even feel it. And then when you wake up, you record your dream and you ask your subconscious to help you resolve any issue. But of course, if everything is fine there, then, everything is cool. Let's move on. Normally, when we go into certain chakras, is to find out more. And so if something's fine, then you can still ask your higher mind, hey, what can I do to improve this or maintain it? Trust me, you will have more power with this knowledge. All right. The next is the heart chakra. The heart chakra, energetically wise, represents the unconditional love, compassion, vulnerability, forgiveness. Your heart chakra, that's one chakra that you should definitely want to explore in the dream world. because it shows the balances of your morals. Literally, you can see it, but also it maintains and it contains your karmic bank account. All right? Although you're not allowed to see how much is in there, you can still get images and feeling, because you can feel in dreams, like, emotionally. And you can get the feeling of what's going on. And if it doesn't feel right, or if when you go into that chakra, you see dismay or just see things that are depicted negatively, then now you know karmatically, what do I need to do? Or if things seem good, if you have money dreams or whatever, that is a good thing. And then you can say, hey, how can I maintain it? Just because things are going well doesn't mean there's not more to unlock within the worlds within. Okay? But yes, your heart chakra, that is where your karmatic information is. And that's when you can figure out how to resolve them, because that directly dictates what you're doing on this plane and what you need to do in order to maintain yourself. Because that is a bank account you cannot afford to be in the negative on. And you can't even afford to be low on. Okay? Your subconscious helps you. Your subconscious mind helps you to maintain it. But your heart chakra controls your assessment of good and bad. And then your mind processes what to do. Your subconscious is in your mind. All right? All right. After the heart chakra comes the throat chakra. Now, energetically, what the throat chakra is responsible for is conscious, clear communication. Now, we know that some people do have a problem with communication, saying what they mean, expressing how they feel through words, through written and verbal, understanding how to put things together in their head to explain things, the development, how you articulate. That is very important. Communication is very, very important. And if you do not do that very well, you could be missing a lot of opportunities, and you could even be misunderstood. And so that is why you can go into the chakra responsible for the throat and see the state of that world. These are actual worlds. And they don't necessarily, when I say worlds, remember, get out of your head the depiction of just, the regular world, trees and streets and cars and people. No. When I say worlds, think of them as unique structures with images, with moving instances, with vibrations, with feelings. And even if it is depicted as a world, it's going to be more like a place, a room. You see what I'm saying? It's not going to necessarily be a whole entire universe like that. These are contained spaces that may be vast or may be small or maybe are just like stills, or read like a movie, or read like a presentation, or a combination of different things, a world plus a presentation, just a lot of different things. And so when you ask your higher mind to enter your throat chakra, you get to see certain instances, certain things that may help you be a better communicator. Or if all is good in that world, you can ask for more advice. Okay? The next chakra is the third eye chakra. The third eye chakra, of course, is responsible energetically for seeing reality clearly and truthfully. Now, this one is the one that is very active. I'd say more explored than any other chakra in the general person, because there's so much to pick up in your reality that can trickle down and affect the way you feel about yourself in the world. And so your higher mind definitely will allow you to see certain truths about that. And I can tell you there's always going to be something to assess. Decisions, when you need help decision making, when you need help to understand something that happened, when you need guidance on how to handle a problem. This is the chakra that can be explored, and I would say is very advanced and very vast. And your subconscious has a lot of wiggle room and legway and runway to show you so much. And this is where your intuition is as well. And it comes into play. It's developed even stronger here. So definitely, more often than not, you're in the third eye chakra when you have dreams about people, work, relationships, or whatever. But it's up to you to ask your subconscious to show you things. And when you have those dreams, and when inside that world, you are shown it, because before you go to bed, you ask the higher mind to show you. Then when you see it, you get up, you write down fresh when you wake up everything you see. And then you grab your dream books and you look up all the symbolism and see how it could play out in the real world. But also you can put it in ChatGPT, and ChatGPT is so good at helping you to interpret dreams. I have a book on seshotswisdom.com that outlines how to use ChatGPT to interpret your dreams. And I've used it on many occasions. That technology is remarkable. Okay? I'm glad that it was given permission to come out in this day and age. I'm going to get into that in the next video. Okay? I know I keep saying that, and it's a bookmark for me as well. Because when I say it, I won't forget it, and I can make sure I go over it somehow. So, yes, your third eye. Dive in there, get to know it, build that tuition, ask your higher mind to see in dreams what is important and to help you protect yourself. And then lastly is the crown chakra. Now, energetically, the crown chakra is responsible for your spiritual connection to higher powers and beliefs. Again, this is the chakra that you explore when you are ready to visit the ancestors. Your higher mind will grant you access, and you are able to download information, and you are able to see the ancestors you want, communicate with them as well, and ask for help and do whatever. See, now this is the chakra that controls that. You communicating with your ancestors, you communicating with your spirit guides, whatever, and your subconscious. Your subconscious, you can say to yourself before you go to sleep, to my subconscious, I want to meet the ancestor responsible for my love for cooking. And you can actually communicate with them. See, this is, though, a very high level of spiritual consciousness. First, you have to know that you can do that. If you don't, then your subconscious, your higher mind, cannot give you access in the channels to be able to speak to whoever you want to. It could be your ancestors, loved ones, and you can also ask to see your past life. Okay? Remember, universal law, it's all about energy, but also too, energy within the body, and how you can traverse worlds within the body and create a world outside the body that is balanced and loving and healthy and happy. But it does take work, and you have to be willing to analyze the parts of your life that are the most challenging. Like I said, you can go in any part of your body at your leisure, but what most people want to do is go into parts of their body with the most discord. And I know a lot of you are going to ask to go to that heart chakra, because that's where your abundance is, and your karmatic accounts, and your funds in the spirit world, and advice on what to do if that is in discord in your waking reality. You can ask your subconscious mind for help, not just external help. You have that too. But of course, that's for another time, because that's obviously a capability you have. You can speak to angels, where you can speak to your God, where you can speak to deities that have been manifested by energy into a physical form and now have a representation that you can actually talk to. Remember, all religions have that ability. And so when you see people say they talk to their God, it's because their crown chakra and their subconscious allows them to, because they've been taught that he is there to help and he's real. And so the subconscious mind helps you to reach to him, and he'll guide you, him or her. Many religions, but if you're not religious, you can still access your ancestors, access information from your bloodline. And in addition to asking for spiritual help, but again, I'm not mixing the two. I was talking about outside, external versus internal. If it's internal and it's the crown chakra, you're speaking with ancestors, you're speaking with people in your bloodline, you're asking for answers within your bloodline, and your ancestors are there, your past lives are there, and you can get a higher state of consciousness, and you can also explore yourself. You can write books, you can do whatever. You can find information out there. Your subconscious will give you clues for you to find out, for example, who's in your family tree and how to find them. You'd be surprised. All right, next slide. All right, we're getting close to the finish line here. Why this knowledge matters. Okay, why should you care about the worlds within? Why does this matter? You've been gifted a human body, but most people don't truly understand its capability. The human body is a complex system capable of far more than you use it for every day. Many people move through life unaware of their very advanced abilities. This lack of this awareness leads to the squandering of your gifts and gift. You are meant to be a creator, not just exist, but actively shape this and other realities. Understanding who you are unlocks hidden capabilities and raises your consciousness spiritually, too, not just waking. With awareness comes accountability for your life experience. Expanding your understanding raises your level of consciousness as well. And higher consciousness unlocks the secrets of your melanin. And there are a lot of books there are books that I've found that go into the different abilities and facets of your melanin. All right? And it's really remarkable. And remember what I said, melanin is in everyone living on the surface of this planet. Okay? Even the very, very light to white to even pale melanin holders. They just don't produce as much melanin as somebody who does have a darker skin tone. But also I want to let you know too that you never know just how much melanin an individual has. There are people who are lighter who could have more melanin in their blood than somebody with a darker skin tone. So we just never know, but you know you have it. And even if you have a little of it, you can yield remarkable results. And that's why it's important to take advantage of all the tools accessible to you, especially when it comes to this amazing machine created by a goddess for you, the spirit, to inhabit, to traverse this realm and become the true creators, gods that you are. Next slide. So, how to go within? This is simple. Meditation and sleep. Meditation when you're in your waking world, right? When you're up and you can meditate. And people do it for different reasons, relaxation, but it can also be to go within. And with guided meditation, people have actually been able to explore that. That's why in a lot of, if you ever had a therapy session, I'm not saying they do this with every type of therapy session, but some therapy sessions incorporate past life regression, going within, meditating and visiting an incident and viewing it and communicating it with the therapist as to how it's affecting your life, things like that. Well, how do you think they're able to help people resolve that? They go within one of the worlds that are affected by some traumatic experience, and it's usually the crown chakra. Well, it depends, because different chakras are responsible for different areas of one's life, and so the therapist, by guiding, helps someone go into that world within while they're awake. It's meditation. So you can have guided meditation, or you can practice at home, and you can do it at home. It takes practice, but trust me, when you do it, you get visions, you get to see everything, and it's clear. But your state of consciousness and whatever fear you may have, oh, what if I meditate and I see something, everything. No, you got to let that go and let it happen. Okay? Or else things won't be clear. Because when I tell you, you can meditate and it be crystal clear, like you're watching HD TV or DVD quality, high definition Blu-ray. Yes, but it takes practice. And sometimes it may not be clear. Sometimes you'll just get hazy visions. That's okay, because you have to be spiritually advanced to see things clearly as in Blu-ray. Our ancestors were able to do that. And that's why it's important too for you to go in your bloodline so you can meet your ancestors. I want you to get out of your head the vision of how you think your ancestors are supposed to look. Meditation takes a lot of focus and practice to really get down and to remember certain things. That's why a lot of times when you see, even depicted in movies, when they tell them to go back to that place, that's where they're going within. But they're also verbally telling what the therapist telling the therapist what they see, right? And so the therapist is writing that down and making the assessments. Well, when you go within meditation, you have to have a lot of focus. And that's why people usually choose sleep, because sleeping is easy for most. You're tired, you go to bed. Some people can't sleep, right? I'm not referring to them. Sometimes they cannot and they have to get up, right? But for the most part, a lot of people sleep. Maybe they don't sleep for the full 8 hours. Maybe they are good on just 5 hours of sleep, 4 hours of sleep, 6 hours. I've met people who say they don't need a full 8. They're good after maybe 5. I would suggest to sleep as long as your body will let you. But then there's people who oversleep. Honestly, because I am very spiritual, if I had to, I could sleep the entire day, because the spirit world is where I thrive and also where I explore fully within myself and astral. And so definitely astral traveling, by the way, is possible when you meditate. But again, you have to be practicing. You must practice and have focus and discipline. That's a universal law, discipline. Go to seshatswisdom.com and read up on it. But also, when you sleep, it's usually easier. You can go into different beta states. You can go into different vibrations in your sleep. Don't go to bed angry, because that vibration will lead to you going to a space that is not very favorable for you. You want to have pleasant dreams, sweet dreams. But yes, the sleep way to go within is definitely easier than the meditation way, and it's something people can easily go into without too much stress. Before you go to sleep, you can request things. And so, yeah, that's how you go within. You either just, ask your subconscious mind for it, say it out loud, and go to sleep. Or you can practice meditation every day. So you can go anytime you have a moment to relax. in your waking, when you're awake, and of course do both. Why not? That's how you go with it. Okay? And so now that you are aware of this knowledge and even how to access the worlds within, and why it's important and what happens, what should you take away from this presentation? Know thyself. It's so important to take that term to literal heart. You must know who you are if you are going to have the life you want. You must be who you are, okay? You mustn't let anyone stop you from expressing your true self. And you'll know who you are when you can dive in and understand who you are or who you were in the past lifetimes. What makes you up physically, your backgrounds, your ancestral heritage, because that goes into play with your essence. And that's what makes it so rich. And that's what gives you abundance as well. When you know who you are and you can tap into that, you understand how to navigate this life because you are now a professional at your intuition. You can't wait to go to bed because there's so many places to explore within, not just when you astral travel and go to outside worlds, but the worlds within are remarkable and beautiful depending on your states of consciousness about the world around you and how you think in your belief system. And of course, when you know thyself, it gives you a radiance and a level of confidence that helps you understand even more the universal laws about perfection, about oneness, about your light, about your individualism. Know thyself, and you'll be unstoppable. And that is it for this presentation. I want to thank you so much for allowing me to share Seshat's wisdom. Like, comment, and subscribe to my channel and follow so that you can be up to date with all the insight. Also, my presentations and certain lessons, what I do is I make sure that when I do release them, it's for a certain amount of time so that everyone can access it. And so when you follow me, you will be up on everything that's new and you'll be able to access it in time. Wait too long and it will be behind a subscription. You'll have to be a member of my channel in order to access the information. And so that's what I do. I give people a chance to gain the knowledge and the wisdom. But if you're just coming into it during that time, that's also fate. It's asking you, what are you willing to invest for the knowledge? It's well worth it. Again, thank you so much for allowing me to share Seshat's wisdom. Take care, and I will see you in the next video, presentation, lesson, premonition, and any other playlist I may have. Love you and take care.